The following is an exclusive presentation of Ravens Productions.
Coming up on this week's Ravens Report, we relive the Ravens' primetime win with Ravens Wire. We break down the Ravens' offense over the Tampa Bay Bucs with Brian Billick, plus a sit-down with rookie tight end Isaiah Likely to preview Monday Night Football in New Orleans. All that and more on this week's Ravens Report.
They are dancing in the aisles. Oh, what a scene we have at M&T.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. Well, for the first time this season, the Ravens were able to win back-to-back games, and they did it in impressive fashion. On the road, on a short week, against Tom Brady and the Bucs. And after an 11-day break, will now face the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football. But before we look ahead to that trip to the Big Easy, let's relive the Thursday night win in Tampa with Ravens Wire, where we had Patrick Queen mic'd up, and we pick up action in the second half.
Start of the second half. Tampa leads at 10-3.
What you do? Be great.
So the Ravens will see if they can get something going here offensively. The running game in the first half, only 27 yards rushing. Mark Andrews now officially ruled out, and that is very bad news. Rashad Bateman is out.
The next guy up mentality has to be there for the Ravens, especially at the tight end position.
First down, Jackson keeps it on the read option right up the middle. 25-30, breaks a tackle. A 27-yard run by Lamar Jackson. And just like that, he doubles the Ravens' run production for the evening. Gus Edwards will get the carry to the right side, cuts it inside the numbers. He's to the 40, 35, all the way down to the 32-yard line. First down, Ravens. Jackson fakes the handoff to Drake, throws outside the numbers. Duvernay has it.
Go, dude. Go, dude. Go, dude. Go, dude.
And he's shoved out of bounds in the red zone. Third trip tonight in the red zone.
But the key is they got to get a touchdown. They can't keep settling for field goals.
Touchdown right here, huge.
First and goal, Ravens at the Buccaneer 5. Jackson rolls to the right, throws to Drake at the 4, turns the corner, touchdown Ravens! Kenyon Drake untouched in for 6.
That's a statement drive in the second half for the Baltimore Ravens offense.
You see what happened when that get rolling? That's Baltimore Ravens football right there. That's Baltimore Ravens. Hey, and it started with you, 3-5. Unless you got somebody. Balanced football, baby. Balanced football. Give me that ball right back. Give me that ball right back, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. 3 and out, bro. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
Brady throws down the seam. He's got Evans there, but he underthrows him badly, and the Buccaneers are going to have to punt the ball away.
Good way to get off the field. Yeah, way to get off the field. Let's just play our game. Yeah, we got to fight the ball. We do that, bro. It's 3 and out all day.
Duvernay comes in motion. He gets the handoff on the jet sweep. Gets a nice block by Edwards. Crosses the 30, 35, and he's shoved out of bounds. Great block by the bus, who took out 2 Buccaneers. Steps up, fires across the middle. It's caught. Isaiah Likely sidesteps 2 tacklers at the 45-yard line. Shoulders his way to the 40-yard line, and it is a first down Ravens. Isaiah Likely is starting to have himself a night. The Ravens offense has shifted to a run-heavy attack in the second half, and it has made a world of difference. Now the Ravens with a big third down. Throws it quickly. DeMarcus Robinson sidesteps the tackler. He's to the 20, down the sideline, 15, and he's out of bounds. The Ravens needed 9. They got 16. Jackson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drifting it backwards, fires back in the end zone. Caught! Isaiah Likely! Touchdown Ravens! And the rookie tight end with his first NFL touchdown gives the Ravens their first lead of the night.
We saw him all training camp. We said this guy is special. He understands how to play the game, and he understands how to get open.
Keep going. We're gonna get a big play, man. We're gonna get a big play. Do our job, bro. Do our job.
Blitz pressure coming. He goes deep. Near sideline. A perfect throw from Tom Brady. And Mike Evans. A 51-yard gain, and the Buccaneers are in the red zone. Brady to throw. Fires to the goal line. It's almost intercepted. It banged right off of Marcus Peters. Brady threw it right at Peters.
Good stuff, boy.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 10. Pocket collapsing. He drifts to his left, tucks and runs, and he won't get far. He has to slide down at the 12.
Come on! Let's go! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Coming up next on Ravens Report, we stay in Tampa for a closer look at the final minutes of the Ravens' win over the Bucs. Welcome back to Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. The Ravens' Week 8 win required all 3 phases to make plays, especially down the stretch in the second half, with Tom Brady always poised to lead a comeback. So for a closer look at the final drives, let's head back to Raymond James Stadium for more Ravens Wire.
Now it's up to the offense to see if they can't have that finishing type of drive that takes a lot of time off the clock, puts more points on the board. It's the thing that has eluded the offense so far this season in the fourth quarter. Gives it to Gus Edwards, right side, he's got a hold. And the bus gets rolling right out of the gate, 21-yard gain. But Gus Edwards very slow to get up, and now he sits back down on the turf and is clutching his right hamstring. And what had been such a bright spot in this offense now becomes a cloud of concern in a game where the Ravens have already lost Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman for the rest of the game. Tom Brady on the other sideline. You need more than 4 points in your lead with Tom Brady, who has 53 game-winning drives in his career. Third down and 1. Duvernay in motion to the left. He'll get the handoff of the jet sweep. Gets a block. He's at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Devin Duvernay.
Devin Duvernay sweep.
And for a 3rd consecutive possession in the second half, the Ravens put together a long, time-consuming drive that ends in a touchdown. They're the only team in the NFL that has a 7-game consecutive streak with rushing for more than 150 yards.
They wear the defense down.
Hold on, they told me to check you. They said you got anything on you. They told me to check you. Nothing right now. They told me to check nothing right now.
One stop. One stop. One stop, bro. One stop.
Now you have to stop Tom Brady, the king of the fourth quarter comeback.
Don't play soft. In this situation, you know you're up by 10, you're up by 2 scores. You don't let anything get behind you.
Close it out. Let's go. Close it out. Close it out. We got to go finish now. Finish, 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 finish.
Tom Brady has not lost 3 consecutive games since 2002, or Kyle Hamilton's first birthday.
This is what we've been waiting on, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's go. Let's go. This is what we want. Let's go.
Brady on first down, swing pass, Leonard Fournette crosses the 30, 35, and he's out to the 40-yard line, but taken down inbound by Patrick Queen. Pocket collapsing, hit, spun down. He's sacked at the 45-yard line. Justin Matabike getting to Tom Brady. In a 2-score game, the Buccaneers know they have to get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, an onside kick, and a field goal. For anybody else, you'd say that's impossible. But with Tom Brady, he has earned the respect with 7 Super Bowl rings to know that you better play this one out. Brady will throw, fires to the end zone, batted down to the goal line. A terrific play by Kyle Hamilton.
Good, Kyle. Good stuff. Come on. Come on.
Passes batted down to the line of scrimmage. Broderick Washington with his second knockdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are down to their final play. It's 4th and goal from the 8 with 52 seconds left to play. 4th and goal, Brady to throw. Pass is caught at the 3. Tumbling in for a touchdown is Julio Jones. And we're not done yet. It's 27-22. A 2-point conversion attempt pending. And the land of heart palpitation continues for Ravens fans. It's just never easy. Inside handoff, Rashad White is hit, stopped, and the Ravens stuff the Bucs on the 2-point try. And the lead is 5.
Big time stand on a 2-point conversion by the Ravens defense.
The Buccaneers will attempt an onside kick, bounces across the 40, and the Ravens have recovered it. Isaiah Likely gets his hands on the ball, and with 48 seconds to play in Tampa, the hay's in the barn. The Ravens beat the Buccaneers 27-22.
Played great, man. Did great. Keep it up. Yeah, take care. Good job out there. Appreciate it.
I love y'all boys. I mean, let's just keep working. You know, the ultimate goal. Ain't got to say too much. Let's work.
Let's work. Let's work. Ravens, 1, 2, 3. Ravens!
What a great window into the action between the lines and on the sideline. And to watch this full episode of Wired, you can head to the Baltimore Ravens YouTube channel for all your Ravens content. Coming up next on Ravens Report, Brian Billick breaks down how the Ravens offense took control of the second half in their primetime win.
Brian Billick's Breakdown is powered by Microsoft, the official tablet of the Baltimore Ravens.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. Well, after the Ravens win over the Bucs, head coach John Harbaugh revealed Baltimore's second half game plan was to wear Tampa down with the run game. And wear them down they did, rushing for 204 yards in the final 2 quarters alone. And for a deeper dive into the Ravens' offensive performance, here's Brian Billick with this week's Billick's Breakdown.
Well, a really solid performance by the Ravens on a short week on the road in Tampa Bay. As we all know, I put a lot of value in being able to win on the road. This was a big win. And some really creative play calling by Greg Roman, particularly in the second half, leading to a Ravens night, 231 yards rushing against a pretty good Bucs defense. Let's look at a couple plays where some of this creativity really jumped out at me. First one, this is a beautifully designed play. Linderbaum and Zeitler are going to double team and working to the right and work to the second level, okay? Powers and Stanley on the left side also double and also work to the level. Now, this is what really gets interesting. Likely pulls from the backside. Now, we've seen this combination all the time where you let the defensive end go and you're going to see Lamar fakes to Edwards. Now, he can either give or he can fake, and you typically see him go to the outside and follow the blocker, this time on Likely. Likely was able to bypass the defensive end because he was too far upfield. Lamar sees this. He now kind of follows on the inside. Now, what I really want you to see is watch how Linderbaum works up. He blocks his man and maintains contact almost for 20 full yards. Great job by the receivers down the field. Lamar obviously doing what Lamar does. Great job cutting back. But this was just a spectacular design play, just a fun play to watch. The next one is just a simple zone play. But again, what I want you to watch and bring your focus to is the downfield blocks of Linderbaum and Moses and Ricard, and how they maintain their blocks all the way down the field. And then, as we talked about last week, the physical downhill running style of Gus Edwards, slashing, getting down the field. This is just a very simple, straightforward play that you can obviously do because Tampa Bay is also waiting for something else to happen because of all the movement and Lamar on the outside. Now, next we'll get into the passing game, and it was nice to see Likely in absence of Andrews. It was tough to lose Andrews, but Likely after we see him in preseason and the impact he can have, this is kind of a fun play. Oliver shifts down from the backside from the slot, and this has got run written all over. You can see Ricard basically kind of builds a trip out to the strong side. They sprint to the right. Now this looks to the defense obviously like it's going to be kind of sprint option because Lamar's got the ball. You've got Drake trailing in behind. This is going to be a run all the way. Well, watch the way the defense reacts to this play. They have to flow with it. It totally draws the linebackers up. Likely then sneaks in with a little bench route in behind it and gets a nice gain as well for 16 yards. So some really creative play calling, particularly in the second half. The Ravens have a well-deserved mini-bye here after a Thursday night game. They got to go on the road again to New Orleans and see if they can maintain this style of play going down into the Big Easy.
And it wasn't just the offense that got the Ravens the win in Tampa. The defense made their presence felt as well, and they should only be getting better with reinforcements on the way. Pass rushers Tyus Bowser and David Ajabo have returned to practice. And then earlier this week, a huge trade for the NFL's leading tackler, the Bears' Roquan Smith, has been added to the linebacking core and will only help round out what has the potential to be a scary unit heading into November. Coming up next on Ravens Report, we preview the Ravens' primetime game against the New Orleans Saints with rookie tight end Isaiah Likely. Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. With All-Pro tight end Mark Andrews managing a shoulder injury, the Ravens offense will continue to look to rookie tight end Isaiah Likely to make plays, much like he did in Tampa on Thursday night, where he led the team with 77 receiving yards and a touchdown. And for more on the game that had him feeling like a kid in a candy shop, Isaiah Likely sat down with our Shelby Gernath.
Jackson takes the snap, makes the handoff, drifting backwards, fires back in the end zone, caught! Isaiah Likely, touchdown Ravens! Isaiah Likely is starting to have himself a night.
Isaiah, what a win on Thursday night in prime time against the Bucs. You had a big game, but let's start in the first half. Mark Andrews gets injured. What's your mindset at that point?
Really just keep the offense rolling. I mean, Mark's a valuable piece in the offense, best at what he does. So, just filling in for his shoes and letting him know that, I got you so long as you got me. And that's the motto every time I see him in practice. Like I said, everybody, that's my big brother. So Mark just told me to just be myself and just trust myself and just be confident. And that's what I did in the whole second half. Just relied on myself and told Lamar I'll always be there.
Yeah, in that second half, you got your first NFL touchdown. What was that like?
I feel like I keep saying this, but I feel like kid in candy shop. I mean, that's what I've been dreaming about since I was 4 years old, scoring in the NFL. And I finally got to do it, and I looked in the crowd, and it was just one of those moments where it was just like, I'm finally here, and I finally did that.
Well, the Ravens came from behind to beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. How rewarding was that team win?
I mean, I felt like it was special, especially coming from a kid from Massachusetts where all you hear about is Tom Brady and the Patriots. So beating Tom and beating the Pats in the same season, that's just, heartwarming for me. But, for a team, I mean, it's just, we finally got to stack a win, and that's what we've been preaching to each other, just keep stacking and really just keep getting better week in and week out. And I feel like that's what we're doing as a whole, not only as an offense, but really as a team, and just trusting your brother to make plays when you don't.
How tough was it to kind of trust the process? You were a standout player in preseason, and so to kind of trust that your time was coming.
It was really just, the vets and the older guys just telling me that, man, Zay, your time will come. Whether it was Calais, Josh, MP told me, and just hearing it and just going in practice and then performing every day in practice for where it became second nature and then finally getting in the game and doing it.
Well, it's another primetime game this week, Monday Night Football against the Saints in a hostile environment. What's the team's mentality heading into that matchup?
I feel like the team's mentality is the same that I go about, and it's just being where your feet are and trusting your brother and not dwelling on the past, whether it was a bad play, whether something happened, just taking it one play at a time and just knowing that we're the best on the field at that time and just incorporating that into our game and really just winning and go home.
What's this offense looking at when it comes to the New Orleans defense?
Really just do what we do. I mean, run the ball, throw the ball when we need to, and really just playing our game and letting them know that it's Ravens football.
Okay, Isaiah, we always end with rapid fire this or that questions, and I have some fall-themed questions.
Okay.
Halloween or Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Carve a pumpkin or jump in a pile of leaves?
Jump in a pile of leaves.
Corn maze or hayride?
Corn maze.
Scary movie or haunted house?
Oof. I just seen Kyle's and Pepe's, so I think I'm gonna go to a scary movie because I could turn it off if I don't feel like, you know.
So you won't be doing the haunted house next year?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay, this one isn't fall related, but I have to know. Likely puns, yay or nay?
Like I said before, if they funny, I usually like them if they funny. But if they get too overused or too bland, yeah.
Good to know. All right, Isaiah, thank you so much for your time and good luck on Monday night.
Thank you for having me.
So now the attention shifts to another primetime opportunity, this time against the Saints on Monday Night Football. Here are a couple keys for this one from my perspective. Alvin Kamara defensively has to be priority number one. He's a threat as a runner, but also as a pass catcher out of the backfield. And when on the road, at the Superdome, where that place can get loud and challenging, a fast start and even faster finish against a 3-5 Saints team that is desperate for a win. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to tune in to Ravens and Saints on Monday night. And next weekend, if you're missing football over the Ravens bye week, college football is coming to Baltimore. You can catch the Notre Dame Fighting Irish take on the Navy Midshipmen at M&T Bank Stadium. Get your tickets now. Enjoy the weekend, everybody, and we'll see you right back here next week for another edition of Ravens Report.